Hi, guys.
Howdy, folks.
Happy New Year. Welcome to the kitchen.
Day late and a dollar short for our first, well, a minute late, but,
Yeah, 1 minute. I don't think that'll be too much trouble.
but hopefully we get 2021 off to a decent start.
Yeah. Well, somebody's signing in already.
Good.
We have one thumbs up. Hello, Amy. Hi. Yay.
Amy, hi. You must have been looking, waiting for us. Thank you. How you doing, darling? Good to see you here, by the way. Thank you for coming.
Yeah. Been a crazy day already, and the birds are very talkative, so get ready for some loud.
Good coffee. Thank you.
You're very welcome. You have an alarm set. Maybe we need to do that too.
Well, actually, I have an alarm set to remind Kate on Thursday night at 10 minutes to 8 our time that she's moderating for y'all. So I'm her alarm for her to meet up with you guys on Thursday nights
That's right.
because she sometimes forgets.
Hi, Josh.
Hi,
Good to
Josh.
see you. And Rambling Rose.
Ramblin'
Hello,
Rose, hi there.
Rambling Rose is our neighbor. She lives on the other side out near Lackland.
Oh, okay.
Hello, Susanna. Welcome.
Yeah, Diamond Willow in the house. Good deal. Must be some notifications going out.
I'm sorry.
Must be some notifications going out.
Right. Hi,
And
Susan.
Susan,
Good to see you
Susan
too.
Williams, hi there.
I thought about setting another notification on the old channel, but I didn't do it. Oh, well.
Yeah, that situation with that other channel is just kind of bugs me. I mean, why? It certainly seems like Google could recover it, and even they say they can't. So I don't know who to believe, but what are you going to do?
You know, we got wonderful folks helping us rebuild. So
Yep.
at least we're not starting from scratch.
The one
again.
thing I want to try to do is, maybe go through and pick like the top 10, 15, 20 best of your videos
Mhm.
and bring those across if we can.
We have to find out if we
And,
can. We don't want to lose this channel too, because I think we're trying to do things the wrong way.
Well, I'm not sure. It's either that or we sit here and upload 20 some
We can do
odd
that,
stuff to this channel, which would take forever.
Right.
So,
Josh, what happened is our old channel got hacked. And when it got hacked, it was actually not the YouTube channel that got hacked, but it was the google.com channel. And when that got hacked, we lost everything.
she lost
I had
everything.
to set up a new
Email,
Google.
everything.
I had to set up a new Gmail. I had to set up a new YouTube.
She got wiped out.
Even my new Facebook had to be set up. Yes, you're right, Rose. It is a beautiful day out there. I don't know what the temp is because our little sensor that does our indoor-outdoor temperature thing is.
It's in the other room, but I didn't look at it.
No, it's sitting out on the front porch in the sun. So I got up this morning, it was 69 degrees inside and it was 81 outside because it was sitting in the sun. Should be able to because you own the content on both channels.
Let's hope. We haven't, Kate hasn't really looked into it.
Right, I haven't.
Well, that's the question, Diamond, is that can we, if we can duplicate it instead of bringing it over, I don't know.
Yeah.
It seems like it'd be easier to change the URL for a given file so that it comes up with the new channel. But, there again, then you got to get down there and fiddle some bits to do that. That's for sure.
And I have to
So-
organize myself so that I can sit down with my phone.
Hi, Lisa.
Lisa. And get Brett on the line with me and have him walk me through what to do. Because I know he did it with all of Abby's videos when she quit. And they moved hers over to his channel.
Well, this is an issue I've not had to deal with, so my
Yeah.
technical expertise on this one is about 4 below rock.
Well, I know Brett knows how because he's done it. So I'm hoping that I can get myself organized to the point where I can get him on the phone and do it. But only just need to be walked through once or twice, and I'm sure I can do all the rest.
Seemingly it's nothing more than just changing the address.
Could be. I don't
Anyway,
know. I just don't know.
that we stayed up all night New Year's Eve. I don't know, what time did we go to bed? 4 or 5?
About 5, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you
It was.
did. I went to bed a little earlier.
She was, yeah, I think you did go to bed a little earlier.
Mhm. And I slept in my chair for an hour or so before that.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Amy. I was hoping he would, but I didn't want to ask him until I knew I was ready to do it.
Yeah. That's a good guy like that.
Just made a fresh pot of coffee. My coffee is so good. I love hot coffee in the morning. You went to bed around 2, Josh? That's about my normal going to bed time.
Mine has come to be about 3 o'clock, between 3 and 4 in the morning when I go to bed. It's just the way my clock works, I guess.
Your circadian rhythms are set up that way. Well, I don't know. I think most of you guys were on the New Year's Day live stream that I did. And you went to bed early as usual. Lisa, it's not that you're not a party person. It's just that you like to party in
You
the
like
sun
to
shines up.
choose your parties.
So anyway, I went over all of my plans for the beginning of the new channel. And I hope to get started on doing those. They're supposed to be so easy, at least the way I've got them planned, that I might be able to do them as live streams and then use them as videos as well. So we'll see how that works. Less work for him. He doesn't have to edit them if we're doing them as live streams.
True.
Oh, your house looks naked. I bet it does, Amy. I bet it does. Your decorations were beautiful. Hi, Brett.
Hey,
Welcome.
Brett, how you doing?
Last night on North Shore Preparedness. Yeah, he does those. He does so well with those, Susan. We did it on, what was it, New Year's Eve, I think? Either New Year's Eve or no, it was New Year's Eve. We had one of those.
What's that, room raid? What is
Yeah,
that?
what we do is we all get together and meet on North Shore, and then we post URLs to other live streams that are going on, and then everybody from his runs over to that live stream, checks in, clicks the like, says something. Sometimes we subscribe if we're not subscribed, and then we all meet back at North Shore. It gives that small channel a boost in views.
Good idea.
And if
We
we
call it
do
a room raid, huh?
yeah,
That's cool.
and we're called North Shore's Gang.
Ah, okay.
Hello, Rachel. Garden for
That's-
Chief is here. Good to see you.
That's kind of a cool idea.
Yeah, it is, and it helps smaller channels, and it's a lot of fun. So
How many subscribers did you have on your other channel before we came over here?
over 2,500.
So now we're,
I've got 75
now
today
we're
as of when I
75.
signed on. I can't complain. Hey, I've only been redoing this thing for a week.
hopefully other folks will come along, because yeah, take a channel that's got 2,500 subscribers and just cut it off at the knees. That's kind of a cold shot, you know?
Well, yeah, but if I would get a little better at 72, oh, I thought it was 75. Okay, sorry. If I would get better at putting notices on the old channel through my telephone, which is the only access I have, I could put notices to the new videos and stuff, and then they would come over following those and hopefully sign up to the new.
Yeah.
But if my phone ever
oh,
dies, then I've totally lost any access to that old channel, which is one reason why I'd like to move everything I can over to the new channel.
I wonder, through your phone, can you set up another owner? Because then we could do it through my machine.
I don't know. I don't know how to set up another owner. Ah, thank you. Speaking of that, while
Let's
you
look
guys
at that.
talk, I'm going to go and, oh, I got him good, line one. Good. Excellent.
Good.
I'm going to copy down some of these links as you guys put them up there, so I'm sure I've got them. Hi, Iris. Welcome, welcome. It's good to see you. We were just talking about the room raids we do through North Shore Preparedness. It is so much fun, and some of the guys that we showed up on New Year's Eve had like 4 and 5 people on their live stream, and then all of a sudden they jumped up to 64 or 65. It was so exciting to watch their reactions when suddenly everyone descended on them. It was so much fun.
That would be cool.
And they also got lots of subscribers, because a lot of folks who were not currently subscribers did go ahead and subscribe to those channels.
Cool.
Yeah, it was really wonderful. Hold the control, please. key, click the link, and it'll open a new tab,
Yeah.
right? Now, I don't like to do that when I'm hosting because
Keyboard shortcuts are great, aren't they? I love keyboard shortcuts. I used to have a list that I kept by this is way back in the day, but when I was living in Woodville, and I had this list of keyboard shortcuts that I used to use.
Thank
And you got to
Brett.
remember that, moving around on the internet back then, 10 years ago was
Not as easy as it is today.
not quite as easy as it is now.
You see what Brett says? Says
What
we
do you
want to
say?
rally around y'all and help you grow the new channel,
Yep.
Cousin Dave. I'm so disappointed you lost your channel. You don't deserve that.
Well, we'll figure out a way to get it back. But Brett, thank you for your advice and your help on this.
Yes,
It's very much appreciated.
yes it is. You
Very
are
much.
my go-to YouTube guru.
Yep.
Say that 3 times fast. Micro Farmer, hi,
Hey,
welcome.
howdy.
Happy New Year to you, and thank you for subscribing. I got an email that you had subscribed to our channel, and I really appreciate that.
Oh boy.
Let's see. Barefoot Chickens, welcome and Happy New Year. We're glad to see you too. This is wonderful. I love the fact that folks are finding us again.
I've been not meme hunting, but I've been watching 2021 memes and kind of come across my screen, and just how everybody's kind of afraid to hope for a good year, and it's really weird. We're trying to sneak up on 2021 and not startle it too bad and scare it and make it recoil and come back on us, because I got to tell you, 2020 just flat sucked rocks.
Micro Farmer, I followed your link back and subscribed to you as well. Oh, Brett trimmed his beard this morning. It was way out of hand. Aw,
Yeah, I saw a picture of you. I think it was yesterday or the day before
you're welcome.
from your live stream that y'all were doing. I dropped in Thursday night just as you were signing off, so I was going to say hey, but it was literally like 10 seconds till you cut off. But anyway, I saw your beard and thought, wow, he's getting it going. So trimmed it back somehow.
Well, he's going to have to take it out completely once he's cleared for work.
Yeah.
So
How much longer you got to wait on that, Brett?
Hi,
You going to
Ellie.
be going back to work soon? Or are you going to be enjoying the good life for a while longer? I would imagine that not working is probably kind of pretty cool for you. Yeah, well, it's like I tell Kate. Very often I'm just in time to be too late. And that's kind of the motto that I live by. I'm just in time to be too late.
yes, Micro Farmer, I knew you did cook as well. And I don't know if you heard my New Year's Day plans for this year, but some of the first things I'm going to do is some cooking 101, canning 101, and dehydrating 101. So those are going to be shorts. They'll probably be less than 10 minutes. I'll probably do them as a live stream. So there's a lot coming up real quick.
And Lisa Clark, I agree with you about focusing on the good things.
Mhm.
There is definitely too much negativity in the world right now. Just what can you do? Barefoot chickens. Weren't chickens born barefooted?
Probably. Hoping to get an update by the end of the week, or she'll see whether they think I'm ready to attempt the physical evaluation again.
It's kind of up to your doctor, I guess, about
I think it's up to their evaluation board.
Well, but they're going to go on a post-surgical evaluation probably, because
Thought he'd already had that.
I don't know how big a scar or whatever it leaves to do that kind of surgery, but it seemingly ought to be ready here pretty quick. Are you anxious to get back to work, Brett? Are you enjoying this being off to the side more than just a little bit?
By the way, my motto for this year, I'm wearing today. I plan
Says the
to
woman that
laugh
doesn't
a
drink.
lot. Pardon?
Says the woman who doesn't drink.
But I do wine.
Well,
I don't
not
drink,
really.
but I wine. I just need an H in there.
Okay. She doesn't whine. I don't think, well, she knows how to whine.
Mhm.
She just doesn't do it very often.
Find a great YouTube channel group, and y'all will be fine. If you see me there, it's good company. I try to keep myself around great people and loving people. Thank you, Micro. Brandon Rose says, my grandson, who I've raised, is heading back to college tomorrow. He's been home since spring break. Wow. He's taking back a whole lot of dehydrated foods, tinctures, can't wait. That's wonderful. That is wonderful.
Yeah, Brett, I kind of figured you might come down on that side of it, getting paid and not working. That's pretty good. That's a hard recipe to beat.
You know, Rose, I've tried making my own wines, and it's really funny. The only one I've had any success with was taking a can of Welch's grape juice, putting it in a jar with some sugar and some water, and putting a heavy-duty balloon on the top and sticking it on top of the fridge. And you just leave it. Eventually, the balloon blows up as it's fermenting, and when the balloon goes back down, it's ready to be wine. That's the easiest I can tell you, but it's a very rich red wine when you make it that way. Easy, but boy, it can be strong.
I'll take your word for it, darling.
It's not something I enjoy. It's just I wanted to wine. Oh, another thing, I'm going to be doing 2 new things this year that I've never done. Well, one I've never done before. The other I'm going to expand on my skills. I have subscribed to a new group online to, hi, Just Explain, glad to see you, to teach me more about making homemade cheese. And as I learn those skills, I'll be making videos on how to make the various kinds of cheeses. They've got like 40 different kinds of cheeses you can make, and they sell everything you need except the milk to do it. So if you don't have it, there's a way to get it. So Abby is setting up in the living room to do some paint. Oh, cool. Cool. That's neat. And the other thing I'm going to be doing is one that I know Amy is interested in. I am going to be learning how to make soap at home. I've been doing some research on it, and my youngest daughter makes her own soap, and she says it's very easy. So when the time comes that I'm ready to start doing that, I'll call her and get her on a chat of some kind, and we'll go to town. So we'll see. Maybe I can just remove the balloon and put a tube with cheesecloth over it so the bugs don't get inside. Well, I thought that part of having that balloon on there was to keep the CO2 in so that when it was finished fermenting, it would be a bubbly wine. But then I don't, like I said, I did that when I was a kid, so I don't really know for sure. Heidi uses cool wine lock. Yes, I've seen those, Rose, I've seen those before, and I'd like to try it. I know, Rachel, next time we all gather at the Broussards, I'll probably be ready to teach everybody how to make soap. At least I hope so. I know we've got a gathering coming up sometime in May, so we'll see how that goes. Maybe by then I'll be good enough I could teach somebody how to do that too.
I would imagine you would, darling.
Well, I've already taught people how to make mozzarella cheese. That's the easiest thing in the world. And it looks, when I looked at some of the videos at my new site, it looks like it's going to be pretty easy to make the others too. Mostly it depends on what you add to the milk curds that make it the different kinds of cheese and the different flavors. So
Okay.
we'll see.
Okay.
First thing I want to do is provolone because that's my favorite kind of cheese. And I've already done mozzarella, which is the most useful in our household.
Can you do Monterey Jack?
I don't know. I'll look and see. Maybe. It does a lot of those soft, easy melting
or
ones.
Kojak, where but you got to put 2 cheeses together. That might be a little tough.
Let's see. Everyone have their way, but research it. Yeah. Oh, believe me. I do a lot of research before I start on anything like that. So if not, we'll make our own together. There you go. That would work.
The weather here is gorgeous today. Just gorgeous.
It really is beautiful. It's clear, sunshiny. We had some rain a couple of days ago.
You didn't check the
nothing's
mail
really
yesterday, did you?
No.
Good. Then after I get off here, I'm going to run down and check the mail.
Okay.
Make a rundown on. our driveway. It's about a
quarter-mile.
quarter-mile down to the street where our mailbox is. So I jump in my wheelchair and
Power down there.
wheel on down there and check the mail. The other day we went down. Let's see, we had Kate was carrying Gandy on her shoulder. I had the dog on a leash, and the cat Blue followed us all the way down and back. So we had 3 critters along with us when we went to check the mail.
Take care, Micro. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it. One thing
Yeah, I don't drink either, but I'm, you know,
it's all the winery. I have no idea. I don't drink, but I thought it was interesting. You're right, Lisa. It is interesting. There's a lot of them between where we are and Austin. Got a bunch of ice and a big dump of snow this morning. Oh, how nice. How nice. I
kind of miss seeing. I miss seeing snow. I don't miss living in it.
right.
But that's, of course, where I am now. I'd be living. I wouldn't be out there shoveling it. That's for sure.
Now, that's one of the benefits of living in South Texas.
True.
We don't have to get out and shovel
You
snow.
know, shovel
Snuggle
on,
show.
but we have to shovel all that sunshine. All that's
There you go. Oh, cool.
somebody else that I kind of follow now and then makes mead pretty regular.
Who's that?
I can't remember. Can't remember. But anyway, he makes it pretty regular. Likes it.
It's Just Exploring is in Carolina. They have a lot of small breweries around there.
I'd like to miss living in it.
We have a lot of microbreweries in the San Antonio area, which is close to us.
Yeah, it's craft beers around here are a pretty big deal.
Yeah, but I don't drink beer. As a matter of fact, I don't drink anything at all because I only have one kidney now, and I don't want anything to happen to that one. So I stay away from the alcohol except when I'm cleaning. But
I don't drink just because.
well, I used to like a little glass of wine or something like that every once in a while, but I don't even do that anymore. So I know a lot of folks do. I know
Coffee, Mountain Dew, iced tea.
do what?
Coffee, Mountain Dew, iced tea.
Coffee and iced tea and
And
flavored
Mountain Dew.
waters.
And Mountain Dew.
No, I don't drink Mountain Dew.
Don't talk about me.
Yeah, I was talking about me. I just
We don't
took
care
yours
about
and
you.
copied.
We don't care about yours. We're talking about mine.
Yeah, you do care about me. I know better than that. North
There's a
Shore,
little bit of water now and then, but usually that's
he tries not
by
to do that.
accident.
Yeah. North Shore makes his own liquor. I mean, he makes rum and stuff like that. He has his own distillery. It's cool.
Well, that's kind of cool.
Amy, coffee is
Well,
our
coffee,
favorite
yeah,
too.
here. Cheers.
Just Exploring says those are his favorites too. I'm sorry, Just Exploring.
Well,
Male or female? I have not even asked, and I'm sorry. I like coffee that's strong enough you can set your spoon in it and stand straight up all by itself. I want good, strong coffee. But then I put so much creamer and stuff like that in it, kind of defeats the purpose.
kind of a coffee drink.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, and I like it too. But that's,
Male. Okay.
I've never,
Tin Man. Now I've got
I've never,
faith in name.
I've never had any withdrawal if I can't get coffee, but I much prefer having it around.
My only withdrawal, having to give up coffee, and I've had to do it for a couple of surgeries, is not a physical withdrawal. It's an emotional and mental withdrawal. I just love coffee. I get up in the morning. It's the first thing I want. I drink it all day long. And if I can't go to sleep, often I drink coffee before I go to sleep.
But who was Tin Man, or who is Tin Man?
It's
Is that,
just exploring. It's
yeah,
Tin Man.
but that's, he's got like dual identity, secret identity, or what?
Probably just changed names because the old name is not what they wanted anymore. The kind of coffee that Ellie Mae Clampett make? Yes. That's my kind of coffee. Actually, I use a French press so it doesn't perk like hers did and sit there and get bitter. I like it strong, but I
My
don't
dad
like it
used a
bitter.
percolator, and that was Pretty potent stuff. I'll tell you that right now.
Well, I have a bunch of percolators in my collection in there in the kitchen. I probably have 4 or 5 percolators, including
With baskets and all?
Hmm?
With baskets and all?
Mhm. Yep. One of them is the old clear one that had the metal basket that came up and had the lid that fit down on top. I got all kinds of them in there. How do I make my coffee?
French press.
I have a French press, which is the coffee pot. You put the grounds in the bottom, pour boiling water over it, and then the lid has a strainer on it, and you press down the top, and the water comes up through the screen, and you have all this wonderful coffee on the top. And it goes quickly, and it's not bitter like percolated coffee or coffee that goes through the drip makers can even get pretty bitter.
It makes a fine cup of coffee. I'll put it that way.
I like it. I can't tell you how many people
I've had coffee by many different ways, but Kate is the one that introduced me to
French press.
French press, and I've never looked back. And since then, it's been
I have
my
introduced
preference.
many people to French press. And the only one that hasn't been an instant changeover is Brett. Brett has one that he still likes his percolator, and that's fine.
Yep. Well, Lisa, I'll tell you what, if you get yourself a French press, chances are you'll never go back. And they're inexpensive. That's the cool part about it. They don't cost a lot. Even down at like Starbucks, you can buy a French press down there for $20 or so.
About 25.
Yeah, and that's enough to make about what,
10 cups.
10 cups of that. But that's like, that's
1.5 of these, because I'll make mine and David's and
Okay.
get that. But we don't fill his all the way up.
But anyway, you can find a good French press, Walmart, all kinds of places.
Even on Amazon, you can find them online a lot.
Favorite way to make coffee is a campfire percolator.
Mhm.
Huh?
But he doesn't do a
That
campfire.
kind of reminds me of my dad's percolator. It had black streaks all up around the sides of it from when we'd go camping up in the mountains, and we'd take that percolator along, and
Get all covered
he'd
with
come back with
soot.
soot and all that stuff, and he'd come back and kind of half-ass wash it, but he'd get pressed back into service with all these, all this black all over it. It was just the way it was.
You're welcome, Brett. You're very welcome. I love
Yep.
introducing people to French press. I really do.
It does make a good cup of coffee.
Mhm. Maybe I should do a short on how to make a good French press cup of coffee.
Why not? I mean, people make things about pretty much everything, so yeah. Why not?
Oh, your thermos cup. You're very welcome with that too.
Yeah, these Contigo cups
That's what I got.
have been, to me, they're better than what's the ones that they,
Yeti.
yeah. These are better than Yeti in my mind, and they're
Hey,
cheaper.
Ellie, I'll do one.
So for for their birthdays back in October, I sent both of my kids 2 of these cups, and they both have said they really use them a lot. So I've had this one now for a couple of years, and I wouldn't trade it for anything. It keeps, at night, I have one that size, the bigger size, with ice and water and stuff like that in it. And it stays cold all night, sitting there on my nightstand. And I'll even have ice left in it in the morning. During the night, I like a cool drink every now and then. And as far as coffee, it'll stay warm. Kate might bring me coffee at 10, and I might not get up until noon or 2, and it's still warm.
Okay. The video is on the list.
Ah,
Let's see.
Firefly Farm. Who's that?
I need that video of her too when we use my French press. I would do that, no problem. That's Lori
Yeah.
Austin. She's been with us from almost the very beginning. Hi, Lori. It's good to see you.
Okay, now the reason I ask about the Firefly is that because of Fireflies or because of the series Firefly on TV?
Good question. I never thought of that. I don't, since we don't watch it anymore. I mean, I did, but it's yucky weather where she is. Lori just recently added Firefly Farms to her name.
Ah, okay.
She was just Lori Austin for the longest.
Yeah, I need a new name. I've been web writer for,
Fireflies in the yard.
how long have I been web writer? Let's see,
Let's see,
95?
95, yeah. So a day or two.
Yeah, I've been web writer since 1995.
Lisa, sun tea is very easy to make. It's much better than tea you make on the
I agree.
stove. It's even better than cold brew tea. So all you need
But
is one big jar.
you gotta catch it at the right time though. You can screw up sun tea just like everything else.
If it's too strong, it really
Yeah.
gets too bad. You have to pull it in. So let's see. I'll be brand hot
Yeah.
or cold. It's
I
also
like sun tea. Thing is, you can even pre-sugar it if you want to.
yeah, I've made sun
Yep.
tea since I was a kid. It's lovely. It really is good.
Years ago, I had a sun tea. It was a gallon.
Hi, Jim.
It was a gallon jug, you know,
Mm-hmm.
like,
Mhm.
and at the bottom had a spigot already on it.
Right,
So
I've
that
had
was
that.
specifically for sun tea.
right. Tim Turner just got
Hey
here.
Tim, how you doing, partner? Good to see you. How's everything by you?
By the way,
Hmm,
Tim offered to loan me his 66 Mustang
for what?
so I can hook a pony cart to it and go 66 miles down there, go 90 miles an hour down the freeway with a horse and buggy. They were teasing me on New
Yeah, I
Year's
imagine
Day.
so. Yeah, it's 66 Mustang. You don't go lending those out.
Well, he has one, and I'll bet you anything if Tim
Yeah.
has it, it runs well.
Ooh, a sun tea glass container from the 70s. Yeah, that's kind of cool. You know, sun tea in some families is
A
is a
ritual.
tradition, you know, and a ritual. Yeah, you're right. Because if you want really good tea, make sun tea. That's for damn sure. Yep.
I did one thing that made my sun tea a little better. And that
What's
was I
that?
had a gallon jar I made it in that had a metal screw on top.
Yeah.
And I put the water in it, put the tea bags in it, and I painted the lid black. And it helped the water heat up more quickly, so the tea was done more quickly, and then I pulled it back in the house as quickly as the color got the right, shade.
Good idea.
It worked very well.
Yep.
Lisa used to have one of those with the spigot. I think still do around here somewhere. And my mom took back the big one that I had for sewing tea, which was, I think it was a 3-gallon or maybe a 5-gallon. It was
For what?
hand thrown in Mexico, and it wasn't clear glass. It was what do they call that clay the porcelain? Is that what it's called?
I don't think porcelain is what you're looking for, but
Well, it's serving, not for making. Whatever
could
it
be
was.
porcelain, yeah.
Yeah. Tim Turner says, Pam, his Mustang will put my head in the back seat. I would believe that. Terracotta. Thank you, Barefoot Chicken. It's a
There you
terracotta.
go.
It's a painted terracotta, but it is a terracotta pot. And it has a base that it sits in that you put ice in. And supposedly that keeps the tea cold longer. I just put the ice
Terracotta is really
inside
good
the
for
tea.
keeping. Terracotta is good for keeping things cooler. I'll
Mm.
put it that way.
Are you getting warm over here, babe?
No, I'm fine.
Okay. If only you can make Dr. Pepper with it.
Yeah,
Yes.
maybe out
lights are
in
Dr.
El
Pepper.
Paso they can do that. I don't know.
Yep.
So Resolutions for 2021. Anybody got any?
Here's mine. Laugh more.
I just want to get through the year. I want to make it to 2022.
Let's see, 12 watching and 12 thumbs up. Oh, cool. Very good.
Actually, I think my goal is to make it to at least to 2027.
Please,
I'd like to make
please.
I'd like to make 80.
I would like for you to make 90 at least.
Yeah, me too, but I'd like to make 80
First and then
before.
90.
Yeah, I'll make 80.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it'd be
I'll
kind of
make-
hard
I'll
to
make-
jump over 80 to get
I'll
to
make
90.
80 and then shoot for 90. And I can't imagine being 80 years
Brett
old.
wants to thrive in 2021, not just survive. That's a good one. But you know, David and I were talking about this. Oh, Lori quit smoking. Very good,
Oh,
Lori.
there you go.
David and I were talking, and although 2020 was a bad year in a lot of ways, we were so blessed in that year.
That's true.
There were just so many blessings that came our way, and so many blessings we were able to pass on. If we can just continue being able to pass on like we did in 2020, it'll be a wonderful year.
I'm hoping this year to bring my grandson down for a week or two from Oregon. That's one of my goals.
Because we'd never met him.
I've never met the young man. He's going to be 21 this year, the 27th of this month. And I've never met him.
Tim Turner wants to keep all his fingers while using the tablecloth. Good idea, Tim.
Yep. And so I bring, and my son lives in Oregon as well. They're close together, different towns, but close together. And I'd like to bring both of them over, and then my daughter, who still lives over in Tallahassee, and hopefully bring all three of my offspring,
Progeny.
my progeny, here for a couple of weeks, and that would be really nice. 'Cause that would be
Brett's goal for 2021 is don't kill
don't
Kate.
kill Kate.
Thank you, Brett. Lisa?
You might get a little resistance on that goal, partner.
Lisa, I agree on the count your blessings. I have had a motto for a long time: adapt an attitude of gratitude, and that's the way I truly, truly want to be in all of my life. Gratitude and kindness are my two bywords.
Yeah, it would be nice, Ellie. Like I said, I had a little chat with him the other day, a video phone thing, and
They're talking
He's-
like
he's-
they like to come.
he's 6'1". You know, he's a strapping young man, and
And he's not 6'1" with the gangly young teenager looking.
Yeah, he's
actually
pretty
turning into
solid.
a young man.
solid-looking guy. You know, so it'd be real nice to.
I agree,
I'd
Brett.
like to meet him before I go.
I
Yep.
agree. It does come down to
Yeah, it does
attitude.
come down to attitude. You're right. That's
Quality of life often comes down to attitude as well.
one thing I always tried to teach my kids was attitude is everything.
I have known a number of people who were severely disabled, that they had a better attitude than some of the fully able people that I know. So
Yep.
it is all attitude. And you're right, Lisa, kindness is free. There's a thing going around right now on on Facebook, where they ask people to put one word to describe your attitude in life, starting with the first letter of your name. For me, it's easy because kindness has been my byword since I was a little kid. But it's fun to watch what other people come up with. I always thought it was convenient that I was named Kate so that I could use kindness. Your nanny used to say, have an attitude of gratitude. An attitude or gratitude. Yep. Mine has always been an attitude of.
Right, I think that's what she meant too. She just fat fingered it. Well, let's see. If I had one word to describe me,
The type and motto are the same. Be positive. I like that.
would
You're
it
good,
be
Brett.
Dastardly doesn't work. So.
No. Attitude is like a flat tire. If you don't change it, you'll never go anywhere. Very good.
Let's see.
Dastardly wouldn't work.
No. I have to say, I guess maybe determination.
Yes, determined that. That
I'm
fits
just,
you very well.
there are some things I get real determined about, but
It's called stubborn, hon.
no.
Mine is
Attitude
A-positive.
of gratitude.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Mine is A positive. My daughter's father was B positive, and we have one A positive daughter and one AB positive daughter.
Well, Brett's just throwing all these phrases out like crazy, isn't he? Worrying is like a rocking chair. All that effort gets you nowhere. You're sitting there holding your corncob pipe and rocking in your chair, saying all that stuff.
it's
Hey,
true.
remember, worrying is like a rocking chair. All that effort gets you nowhere.
Hey, that fits you.
Well, that's my curmudgeon role, I guess. That's
Yeah. Yeah.
Dave's old saying,
You know, you would make a great channel if you did the curmudgeon channel, sat in a rocking chair, held a corncob pipe, and went off like
and
that.
just complained about shit, huh?
People would really watch it. I really honestly believe they would. You have a Snoopy post on your Instagram. Attitude is contagious. Is yours worth captured? Ah, that's good. Get off my lawn. You ought to put that just on a sign.
Yeah.
Problem with yours is, Brett, I don't know where your lawn begins and your garden ends, or vice versa. It's
Brett's-
all runs together.
Brett's feeling pretty good about himself today. Huh? He's being real clever. Yeah. Yeah, get all puffed up there, big guy. Go right ahead. The thing is, just remember on the internet,
Slackers.
nobody knows you're a dog. Okay, so what else is new? We got, I was thinking about resolutions for this year.
Mhm.
Really, mine's just keep on trucking. That's all I can hope for. Just keep on trucking.
Open something, Stanley. No, Suzanne, I'm going to wait until next time. I have to find the little seeds. I was not as careful as I should have been, but I've got the box in the living room, so I'm going to go through and find them first. But thank you.
Amy is saying that Brett's been saving up all of his sayings, waiting for us to come on the air.
Ah, very good. Well, thank you for preparing, Brett.
Yeah.
Started enjoying herbal teas, never had before. Ginger. Oh,
Garden
well, I
fever.
felt myself. You know, I don't know, Barefoot. It's going to depend on how easy it is to make and how much I can make. If it turns out I only make one small batch because I don't like it, I'll probably give it away or throw it away. I don't know. Yeah, Brett's getting garden fever. Get out there
Yeah, I
with
can
the tiller and
understand
get
that.
things ready.
Today'd be a good day to go out there and work, but it's January.
Well, you can go out and direct me while I'm usually.
Yeah, that'd be about right. I go out there in my wheelchair and say, dig over there. No, dig over there.
No, it's where to move those big pots that I'm gardening.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's true.
And I do
Yeah,
still have
drag it over there.
I do still have the hand truck, so I can move them around. The weather stinks there. Oh, I'm sorry,
Yeah,
guys.
that's too bad. Well, it's got to be bad for some place for others to be good, I guess.
Yeah.
You know?
Gardening. I've gotten 4 nursery books to choose seeds so far in the mail. And I've been a very good girl. I have not opened them. I have not looked at them. I put them in my little stack beside the chair. And when it's time, I'm going to go through my gardening table and see all the different seeds I've got. And then from there, decide what I'm going to plant and what I'm not going to plant. And I know I have one set of seeds I have to buy because my moringa seeds that I sent to Diamond Willow apparently got lost in the mail. And I don't have any more, but I'm going to get some more because I need to plant some this year too. So when I get the new moringa seeds, she's going to get some and I'm going to get some. As my moringas last year died. They just did very badly. Yes, we can start seeds soon. Actually, we can start them inside right now. Lemon ginger tea. Have you ever tried making lemon ginger tea out of lemons and ginger, Rose?
Well, wouldn't that be lemon ginger tea?
Yes, but it could be she's buying it pre-made, not making it at home. Oh, wonderful. That would be great, Amy.
Excuse me.
I would appreciate that. Tim Turner says my attitude is like Texas weather. Wait 5 minutes and it'll change. I think we all do that. And did it turn out well, Rose? One of my favorite homemade teas is strawberries. I grow the strawberry plants, and then I don't grow them for the strawberries. I grow them for the leaves because they make a wonderful tea. Now,
I think I tried that. I tasted that one, didn't I? When you made the strawberry tea?
I think you did. I don't remember.
I seem to recall that it did taste pretty good. I think I did anyway. Don't remember.
I like strawberry tea a lot. I'm trying to think. And of course, I make my own mint tea, but I need to get new mint. Yeah, if you lay the milkshake down and try and drink it, it probably runs out of the glass.
Yep.
Isn't it strange how cleaners are made with real lemons, but lemon drinks are made with artificial flavors? No, Brett, that's not strange. That's just the way the U.S. seems to work. I prefer to make lemon drinks with real lemon too. As a matter of fact, my mom has a Meyer lemon tree that gave us oodles and oodles of lemons this year. And she gave me about 50 of them, and I took the zest off of them first and dried the zest in my dehydrator, and I took a bottle for her and a bottle for me to keep for my cooking. And then I juiced the rest of them and froze them in ice trays. So I have a baggie in the freezer now with all these little cubes of lemon juice, and 1 cube is equal to 2 tablespoons. So if I want to make a big pitcher, I just throw 4 or 5 in there and pour water on it, and I've got enough lemonade when I add the sugar to be great.
Yeah, Brett's just getting cranked up, I guess, huh?
What is?
Somebody was saying Brett's on a roll, and he said you ain't seen nothing yet.
So you plan to plant some mullein? Oh, good.
Mullein?
Thank you.
What is that?
It's an herb. It's supposed to be good for lung health.
Oh, I could use that.
Mm-hmm.
I could use a ton of
I
that.
made lemonade with fresh lemon. Lisa, I make it all the time, and as a matter of fact, this past year I made and canned watermelon lemonade. And all you got to do is open it, pour some in a glass, add water and ice cubes, and you've got lemonade. And I took some to Abby because I know Amy doesn't like lemonade, and I still have 5 or 6 pints of it because I was drinking it a lot for a while, and then I slowed down when the weather got cool and went more to coffee again. But I love fresh lemonade, and you can it and then use it with the regular, and it's very good. Mullein leaves are a toilet paper replacement. Oh, we better get some. If toilet paper gets scarce again, we'll need it. If you were or are a smoker. Well, Barefoot, he is trying to was. And I need to know how to use it. If you've got some wisdom on that, I would love to hear it. Make tea with it, or you can smoke the dried leaves, and it helps to break up flames more. Oh, very good. See, I had a video on that. I hope I can get it back. On which one, Rose? That's okay, Barefoot. We are very fluent in misspelling. I misspell all the time and make typos all the time. David calls it Kateisms. Smoke the dried leaves. That's an interesting idea. Oh, the lemon strawberry concentrate. Well, I'll look. I don't think I made the lemon watermelon concentrate. I haven't made lemon strawberry, but I can probably make lemonade and then show how to change the flavors using all kinds of things. That might be a good
Thanks,
idea.
Amy. Whatever research you can do on that would be nice.
Making your nose itch.
Just
Makes my nose itch to see it.
kind of just gets irritating after a while.
Mhm.
You do get used to it, but every now and then it just kind of gets in the way.
I need to add that to my list of videos to make.
What?
The lemonade concentrate with flavors.
Well, I'll tell you what, Amy, Kate knows quite a bit about herbs. She does have some skill in that area, that's for sure.
About cooking with them. No,
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't know
but-
that much about using them medicinally, but I do cook with them a lot. However, if you know anything about Rosemary Gladstar, who is the one I get most of my information from, that's a good place to learn about herbs. She's Gladstone. She's a wonderful herbalist. Cactus and rose tea is wonderful. What part of the cactus do you use, Tim? And the tea is, the rose, is that you use the flowers or the rose hips, or? Sounds interesting. Maybe it's cactus flowers and rose flowers. I don't know. It sounds interesting.
Well, Pasha's makes pretty good
Rose
rose tea if you ever go to Pasha's.
Rose hip tea, yes. You have the books, Rose. I don't have her book, but I've been thinking about getting them. I just go online and go see what she has to say about things. But I need to start doing more, getting actual physical books and things, because if the internet goes away, I'm lost. Good idea. Good idea, Amy. I'd like to do some more research into herbs and high blood pressure, and herbs in keeping your kidneys healthy, and herbs in keeping your lungs healthy. So probably that, what you're saying, is what I should do too. I got some cool little jars that I bought on Facebook's Marketplace. They're they hold about maybe 4 ounces of dried herbs, and they're dark blue so light can't get in. And they have white lids, plastic lids, and I've thought about using those too. You collect herb books since the 90s. That sounds like what I do with my
Sounds like
cookbook.
you probably got a few on hand then, don't you?
Mhm. Good. Maybe we can work out a book borrow system between the two of us. You can borrow some of my cookbooks. I can borrow some of your herb books, but I wouldn't keep them, I promise. My books are too precious to me, I know. Cactus petals and the bloom off the roses. Do you scrape the gel out of the inside of the cactus pads, or how do you do that, Tim? That sounds interesting. I really would like to try that. And what kind of cactus? I guess I should ask. Oh, right, rose. Let's see, I have an herb garden about 12 by 12 that's overgrown. Wow, how neat, Lori. Prickly pear. We got lots of prickly pear around here. Matter of fact, a couple of years ago, I made prickly pear jelly. Don't want to do that again.
Which was fairly good, different. I'll put it that way.
I don't want to do it again because it's such a pain to have to get all the spines off the pears. Or as
Well, we could have burned them off. We never took the time to do it right.
Yeah.
I mean, we got the acetylene torch right over there.
Yep. And now I'm told that they're not called pear apples, they're called optunas, Optuna. So
What?
optuna, that's what the pear apple is, the scientific name for the pear apple.
Okay.
Yeah, you did, and I sure enjoyed all the herbs I brought home from your house, Amy. I lost all 3 of my rosemary bushes this past summer. But for Christmas, my friend Donna gave me a rosemary tree, a little one that was trimmed up to look like a little Christmas tree. And it's in the greenhouse and it's loving it out there. It's growing like crazy. That's one of the things I want to put in one of my big pots because they will turn into practically a tree. They really will. If they're the upright rosemaries. I had one when my kids were growing up that I planted in the ground right in front of our front door. And when I left that house, it was over 6 feet tall. It was beautiful and all the rosemary I needed anytime I needed it. So I used to have prickly pear there, but a neighbor gave it. Yeah. No, prickly pears don't do too well in cold weather, or in really cold weather. Around here it doesn't hurt them because we don't really get all that cold. Aha, get the gel out of the cactus. Okay. I bet you could even do that with aloe vera, couldn't you, Tim? Aloe vera is good for you, too.
If you're wondering what I'm looking at, I'm looking at all the feathers, or some of the feathers, that we've got from our macaws. And when Kate did her New Year's live stream, she was talking about doing a fan of the tail to show what the tail feathers of a macaw look like when they're all spread out. And I'm just looking up there thinking, I've probably got a full spray up there, and I'm thinking about putting that together just for grins and giggles.
That would be cool.
And I was wondering, it's the shorter ones that I might come up short on, because we saved the long ones, obviously. The longest one that I've ever gotten was 25.5 inches long off of Carib. And that was the longest tail feather that he's ever put out, any one of the 3 have ever put out. But it's that was the granddaddy. That was the longest one I ever got.
We sometimes get them 24 and 24 and a half.
Yeah, even 25, but that one at 25.5 was the record holder. That's the Guinness Book of World Records macaw feather.
I have got probably 8 or 10 aloe vera plants, and I have one pot out there that is so full of aloe vera plants, this one variety, that I have trouble. Hi, Phoebe. I have trouble harvesting them because they're a shorter leaf than the ones you see everywhere, but they have spines on them. And if you're not real careful and you don't wear really heavy gloves, you get stabbed a lot. And that thing is so full that it's full up and then it's pulling over on the sides and growing out that way too. So, and then I've got several of the old-fashioned ones that go straight up and put leaves out all the way around. So I've got more aloe vera than I know what to do with, and I've given it away, and I still have more. Not that I'm complaining. I love having my aloe vera because I use it for a lot of different things. Lori says aloe is the only plant she doesn't kill in the house. I also have to start repotting some of my indoor trees. I have 2 avocado trees that I started from seed that need to go into big pots, and I have a Meyer lemon that needs to go in a big pot. I forget what else is in there, but I've got quite a few different things that need to go in big pots, so I need to get busy.
Yeah, it is good for sunburn, good for all kinds of things.
Mm-hmm.
Aloe vera is one of the few things that I'll just grab and put on any kind of owies that I've got without even thinking about it, because it's going to help no matter what it is.
I don't have a window above my sink. I have one at the side of the room where my kitchen goes out to the front of the house. And I'm very fortunate the front of my house faces south. So all the windows along that side of the house are great for growing things. And I have, in the living room, I have 3 large windows that have all of my big, pretty houseplants in it. And in the kitchen jut out, I've got all the little things that I'm trying to grow. They don't always work, but I'm trying. And I have that Meyer lemon that needs to go in a big pot too. Did I say that already? I don't remember.
I don't either.
Hmm?
You have now, so
Okay.
either way, you're good.
Either way, you guys know I have a Meyer lemon that needs to go. I thought it was doing beautifully. I had it in with the other things in the kitchen, in the living room window. And I looked at it this morning and it had started losing leaves. And come to find out that it was not holding water in the pot. So I put it in the kitchen sink and soaked it until the soil was nice and wet again, and then let it drain a few minutes and put it in another bowl so that if the water runs through, it'll stay in the bowl and then go back up into the pot. And I'm hoping I didn't lose it. So we'll see in a few weeks how that goes. It may just green up and go to town. I've had numbers of plants do that before. I water everything every couple of days, but if it doesn't drain properly or if there's nothing to catch it, which I thought it had because I thought the bucket it was in would catch, but the bucket had rusted out on the bottom. So it's not doing as well as I thought it would.
Uh-oh.
What? Oh, from my
Bucket rusted.
You got a Christmas cactus for your birthday. Oh, I love Christmas cactus. I have one that blooms at Christmas and also at Easter. Okay, I started making a mullein leaf tincture this fall and just bottled some. I'll share some with you. I also have a mullein mix right now that's good when trying to quit smoking. Wonderful, Rose. Thank you. Amy said my moringa plants that I got from you. Oh, I'm so glad you're doing well.
Yeah, North Shore Preparedness just popped
Hi,
in.
Sean. Good to see you.
Good to see you, Sean. Thanks for coming by.
We talked about you a few minutes ago. We were
Yeah.
sharing your room fest.
Talking
Share
about
the love.
your room raids.
Yeah. Staghorn ferns. Oh, I love staghorn ferns, and they are hard to grow. I've never had much luck with them. My sister used to. She would hang them in the bathroom, and then every once in a while she'd take the water and spray them. But you can't water staghorn fern. You just have to let them get moisture from the shower or from sprinkling them. Rose says you can roll or smoke the mullein mix in a pipe. Anything that would help break up the phlegm is wonderful.
Tim, thanks for coming by. Try not to get, don't hurt yourself watching that glue dry now.
Yeah, be careful with that. That can be dangerous.
Take care,
Thanks for
friend.
stopping
We'll
by,
see you
Tim.
later.
Give everybody at your house a hug from us. You rated someone in Australia. How nice.
That's an interesting idea. I got to admit, Sean, Kate was just telling me a little bit ago about how you guys just kind of en masse go to somebody's live stream and just drop in and jack up their count and all that kind of stuff. Just boom. That's very interesting.
I think it's a lot of fun. And the people that you drop in on really get a lot of benefit from it too.
Do they know you're coming whenever you do that, Sean, or you just sneak up on them?
We just sneaked up on them on New Year's
Huh.
Eve.
Interesting. Yeah, I would imagine it did blow them away. I know if we were sitting here with 14 people and then all of a sudden we had like 70, I think it'd be kind of like, oh, what happened? So yeah, that's a very interesting idea.
I agree, Brett. Sean is a great guy. I have very much enjoyed our friendship. I guess I can call you my friend, can't I, Sean? I mean, we know each other online. I'm wiggling the table again.
Yeah, you are.
Dropped a bunch of super chats on them, David. I check suggestions on who to raid from the folks in the chat.
Ah, okay.
It was awesome. It truly was.
Interesting. I like that. I like what you're doing there, Sean. That's cool.
Amy, he also says a boot. Of course, I can't talk too much about that because my youngest daughter is from the Midwest and she talks like that too.
Yeah, she has kind of picked up a little bit of that
Yeah,
North Central speech pattern.
right. Then Amy says
Yeah, that's
filet instead of filet.
Oh, well. Yeah, that's filet gumbo. That's
right. But you don't fillet a fish, you fillet a fish.
True.
We give them both trouble all the time on the way they say things.
Yeah. Well, I know when I lived in North Dakota, I heard a lot of that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, hell, it's almost a Nodak accent too. You know, they're that close. Because we were like 10 miles from the border.
Right.
So
I fillet
it was
fish.
interesting.
I know you do, Amy. Fleabag is on head. Well, another country heard from over there.
Hello, Carib. Hello, Bravo. I see you over there looking at us.
Mr. Gandy's
Yes,
in
I
there too.
do. I see you, Mr. Bravo. Yeah, I do.
Sean says Amy's southern accent is so thick he can hardly understand her. Oh, your cat. Okay. Thanks, Lori. Mm-hmm.
Peekaboo. Peekaboo.
I don't know how. Well, I do know how. I don't really have a whole lot of an accent. And the reason I don't is because growing up, both of my parents were from Boston. And my dad taught English for a while in high school. So I didn't have really much of a choice. If I said something with a Texas accent, I was corrected right away. So I learned to speak what Dad called the Queen's English, although I don't really think that's what it is.
It's Midwestern flat is what it's called.
Okay.
It's kind of
Sean
what
says,
it's.
oh, yes, Kate, I would say we are friends, even if we only met on the internet. Good. Hello, Prepper Tribe. Welcome and Happy New Year. Good to see you. Prepper Tribe is another one of my new ones.
Apparently, a lot of folks like
Tin
tribe.
Man's back. You're confusing me.
Release St. John Wall.
Release St. John Passion Flower. This Mania. Wow. Can cause sleepiness. We don't want that for David. He sleeps enough.
Hey,
Now we get it, and I'll take the sleepy part. I think I'm doing real well if I get a full 7 hours of sleep a night. Every once in a while, I sleep in and get 9 hours.
darling, sometimes you get 7 hours in your chair before the night's over.
That's true too.
She doesn't count that time though. You know,
Well,
we'll sit
I'm
down
not in
after.
bed.
We'll sit down after dinner. Let's say that it's 7 o'clock arbitrarily, and if we're going to maybe settle in and watch TV, between 7 and midnight, she may sleep 3.5 or 4 hours out of that 5-hour span, and then wake up for a while. Maybe around midnight, get out and go clean up the kitchen and all that stuff, and then she comes back in and goes back to sleep again until I'm ready to go to bed around 3 maybe. And then at 3, I'll wake her up and ask her if she's ready to go to bed. And then she goes to bed from 3 until 7 and then claims that she only got 4 hours sleep.
Yeah, but when I go to bed with you at 3, I lay in bed and read for 2 hours.
No, it's generally
Not every night.
15,
but
20
often.
minutes is usually your max, and then you're ready to go to sleep. But anyway, what I'm saying is she'll claim she got 4 hours of sleep when she actually got 8. You know, because of what she sleeps in her chair. But
Yeah,
anyway,
you don't count naps.
darling, that's not a nap.
Sure it
Trust
is.
me.
You're not lying down in bed. It's got to be a nap.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, all right. Okay. So, what time is it? 10 after.
2:10, yeah.
I'm about ready to punch out here
See,
myself.
Lori said it doesn't count. She's with me. Thank you, Lori.
Yep.
Brett says, oh, you too.
We still get along pretty good.
Yeah, we put up with each other's idiosyncrasies and foibles.
No, it's foibles and idiosyncrasies.
Okay.
Believe me, that's an original saying of mine, so I know how it goes.
I'm not arguing with you at all. I put
Yep.
up with your idiosyncrasies and I put up with your foibles.
Yep.
And vice versa, I might add.
Yeah, you're right, Amy. If Kate
Happy
sits
New
still
Year,
for a
Nathan.
couple of minutes, she's out. She is. She
And the
I
cat
mean, we can go
absolutely-
driving somewhere. She falls asleep in the car.
Mhm.
Um,
It all comes from the training I had when I was raising my kids.
yeah, she can definitely go to sleep anywhere.
Hey, when I was dating, before I had my kids, come to think of it, I would go to a party and I would fall asleep at the party. One time I went to a big party and there was a 2-foot square ottoman. And I curled up on the ottoman and slept for almost 2 hours in the middle of the party. They didn't stop it, they just partied around me. They knew what I was doing.
So your idea of a good time is sleeping.
No, it's just that night, that day I was tired, so I slept. Nobody bothered me. At least I don't sleep as loud. No, I don't usually sleep very loud at all.
That's true. Maybe now and then, but not much. Well, in any case, folks, I'm going to go. Kate usually hangs around and chats with y'all for a little bit longer than I do, but thank you for coming. Appreciate it, as always. And I'm going to take this and drag my breather into the other room.
Alrighty,
Okay?
alrighty.
So,
Love you bunches.
God bless you all. We'll see you next Sunday. In the meantime, I hope you have a good week. Take care. We'll see you later.
See you in a bit.
Okay. I'm out of here. Maybe. Depends on if I can get up.
Pepper Tribe, I was doing this during the 60s when it was love-in, so, you know, everybody loved me anyway, so it didn't matter if I was asleep or not. Everybody's saying take care. He's a single parent raising 2 little ones, so you can relate. Yeah, I was too. Rose, I was raising 2
All
as well.
but alone, yeah.
Hmm?
I said all but alone, yeah.
Yeah. I was married at the time, but he wanted nothing to do with the kids, and he made good on that promise. He didn't do anything with the kids. So I was essentially a single parent, even though I was married. So, that's just the way those things go. You're gonna unplug it and all of that?
Yeah, I get it. Don't worry.
Okay. Okay. Let me- There. Now I'm in the middle of the picture again. Oh, goodness. The guys are going to be loud. They're mad because I haven't let them out today. I've been keeping them in their cages a lot more lately. Let's see. You've drunk too much at parties and passed out. People wrote all over my face. Marker. Oh my goodness, Pepper, that is funny. People didn't do that to me. They just, the guy that was the host of the party grabbed the blanket off his bed and covered me up. That was it. I just went right on to sleep and stayed there for a couple hours. Yeah. Yeah. They sleep, you sleep. That's exactly what it is. And I had to do it a little more often than others with my youngest because when they discovered I was pregnant, that I had cancer. And the doctor told me that if I was going to make it through to birth my child, I had to get a lot of extra sleep. So he taught me how to take power naps. 15-minute naps 2 or 3 times a day, and it really made a difference. And there he goes off into the other room. Well, I'm getting quite a list of things to make. Videos, that is. If anyone else has something specific for me to add to the list, I would be happy to do so. I've got all of our 101 things, baking and cooking and dehydrating and canning and all of that. And then I have some specifics. I've been asked to do one on properly using stainless steel cookware so that you can cook non-stick, because I won't use non-stick cookware at all, or it'll kill my birds. It gives off fumes that kill them real quickly. I have the coffee and the French press from today. and doing the lemonade concentrate with flavors. So if there's anything else specific that you would like for me to do, let me know. Oh, a video on knives. I have to get David to help me with that one, but that's a good idea. Maybe when we do a video on knives, he can do a little short on how to sharpen them, since he has all the equipment. He keeps all of our knives razor sharp. That's a great idea. Let's see. Add to my list. A short video on moving to Broussard's homestead. I'll have to do that one. You think that'd make a great video? Okay. Yeah, Rose, I could do a simple kitchen knife sharpening, but David does such a good job on it. And he can use the steel and do the slicing back and forth, but he has a whole setup now with a wheel and belts and all of that. So best way to clean and season stainless steel cookware. Actually, Tin Man, my stainless steel cookware does not need to be seasoned. And to be truthful about it, when I clean the inside of it and something's stuck on it, I use an SOS pad. So stainless steel cookware is very forgiving, but as long as you know how to use it, that's the secret. How about cooking with substitutes, like replacing? Not a bad idea. Cooking with substitutes. You know, that's a great idea, Brett, because peppers have a certain flavor profile, and there's very little that you can substitute for peppers. A lot of times you have to leave it out and find a different flavor profile to include. Thank you, Prepper Tribe. I'll probably be starting pretty quick. Amy's starting on a video too. Amy, I want you and Brett to do one on properly taking care of your cast iron. Because I know you guys do that. I don't even use my cast iron because I don't really know how to use them properly. Right, I got that down there. My biggest challenge in the substitutions is what to substitute for bell peppers. There isn't anything that tastes like bell peppers, at least that I've found. Hello, Lake Berry Prepper. Welcome. Welcome. Good to see you. Happy New Year. Tin Man, a video on how to use it because everything sticks to it. Yeah, I do have a video planned on how to use stainless steel. Yes, they do have wonderful stainless steel. We need a video on what to replace peppers with in food so we don't kill Kate. Good idea, Kate. I've learned so much about caring for our cast iron. Yes, I agree. Budgeting. I'll have to talk to David about budgeting because he handles all of our money. I don't do anything with that at all, but I'll talk to him about it and see if he'd be willing to do something. I'm good on living on a very small budget. I was able to live on a small budget, raise my children, and then pay our home off living on a small budget, but I don't know that I'm all that good at it. How about a video on using, oh, yes. Yes, as a matter of fact, I have that in the dehydrating set of videos. Is not just how to dehydrate it, but I'm going to do some videos on how to use it as well. Let's see, Amy, the queen of dehydrating. Yes, Amy does an excellent job with her dehydrating too. Bought a couple of cast iron pans. It's 13 inches deep. Wow, that's not a pan, that's a Dutch oven. Fresh pasta with dehydrated eggs. That's a good idea. I had thought about doing fresh pasta with fresh eggs, but I'd not thought about doing it with dehydrated eggs. That's a great idea. Oh, okay, 2 inches deep and 13 across. You know, I cannot even lift my biggest cast iron pan, my biggest two. One is 12 inches across and one is 14 inches across. And I can't lift them even with both hands. I have a 9 incher that about this big that I can lift if I use both hands. But to put food in it and then lift it, no way. I'm planning to do a few videos on dehydrated foods and recipes. Good idea, Amy. Yeah, it is very heavy. I'm going to be doing a lot of cookie videos too. I've been on a cookie binge lately. And the one I just copied off today, right here, is how to make eggnog cookies. I've seen several recipes and they sound wonderful. And I like eggnog. I can't drink a lot of it because it's so rich, but it sounds like it would make good cookies. And they don't seem to be hard to make. You just have to mix a lot together. And since I have a KitchenAid, I'll do it that way. Learn how to cook with a pressure cooker. I have both a stovetop pressure cooker and 2 Instant Pots. And I need to add pressure cooking to my kitchen. There we go, to my kitchen 101 program. Oops. I have done recently a corned beef and cabbage in the Instant Pot. As a matter of fact, Brett, yes, I do make fudge. You want me to add that to the list of ones to do? I have one that is a fudge in the microwave. I have one that is a long time cooking, and then I have one that you just mix it all together and press it into a pan. So I got several, and I have plain chocolate. I have chocolate and peanut butter. I have chocolate and coconut. I've got all kinds of fudge recipes. I do a lot of them. Good on cookies too. Well, let me add that to it. I've got a huge, huge cookie collection, recipe collection for cookies. I need to get covers for the handles for my cast iron. Okay. I'll tell you what, Garden for Cheap, I have a pattern to crochet them, and I'll do that. Carrie! Hello, Carrie. It's been forever. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Monkey bread? I love making monkey bread. Monkey bread is one of the easiest things I know how to make. It's so fun to make. Amy, you just gained 5 pounds listening to me. You know, the main reason why I don't do a lot of those cookings is because I do gain a lot of weight when I make them. But I just discovered that my brother and his roommate that live on the property with us, his roommate loves cookies and things like that. So I will definitely do some of those. Broth? Carrie, you want a making broth? Okay. Pepper Try. I've got a homemade banana bread for Christmas. It was eaten. Oh, yeah. I did some banana bread for Christmas, and I'm not sure exactly what I did, but I messed it up, and I put it in a loaf pan, a regular bread loaf pan, and it came out about this tall. It was flat as it could be. Tasted great, but it didn't rise, so maybe I'll put some banana bread in there too. Okay. Yeah, I took one of those little flat loaves up to my brother and his roommate, and it was gone the same day, but they're big strapping guys and they like lots of sweets, so I'm not surprised it went away real quickly. Monkey bread, Rose, it's a really easy. It's cinnamon and sugar and biscuits and butter, and you line the inside of a tube pan with it in a certain way and cook it. And when it's all done, you have this wonderful sugary stuff, and you turn it over that runs down over the outside of it, and you just pull off a piece and eat it. It's wonderful. Your mom used to make monkey bread. Brett, I think I'm starting to remind you of all of your progenitor females, your grandmother and your mother. I learned to make monkey bread when I was in Girl Scouts, so it's a day and a half longer than what it would have lasted around here. Yeah. Yeah. Monkey bread is so simple, and it's great for breakfast. It makes a wonderful dessert. And if you have little kids at home and you cut the biscuits up in small enough pieces, you don't have to cut it for them. They can just pull a piece off and eat it, so you don't even have to serve them. When my girls were little, they loved that about it, because I would cut the biscuits in quarters and then roll them in the sugar. And it was wonderful. Kate, a single parent with 3 kids, because you had to mother him also. Yeah, that's true. That is true, Suzanne. I had to mother him too. He was like an only child, and he had 2 siblings. Oh, well. Carrie David is doing well. He was here for the first hour or so of the live stream, but he's got some golf to watch and some things to do, so he went ahead and left, and I'm just hanging out for a little bit until folks get tired of listening to me yammer. So he's doing okay. Got some things coming from some of the folks here that hopefully will help him breathe a little better too. And I'm getting a huge long list of things to make videos on, so hopefully I can do most of them in shorts, and he won't have to be tied up doing a lot of editing. Not that I don't want him to edit, because, sometimes he just doesn't feel up to doing those things. So if I can do them on shorts, that's even better. How about a basic dough recipe that's versatile enough to use for all? Oh, yes, Brett, I have a potato bread basic recipe that can be used for all kinds of stuff. The last time I made several loaves of bread. Hi, Bigfoot. Welcome. Pinto beans with dumplings. I've never tried that. Thank you, Lake Fairy. I appreciate that. I do have a solar oven, and I do cook in it. I made bread. I made dinner rolls. I made sweet rolls. I made braided breads, and I made an artisanal round loaf, all out of the same basic recipe, and just added this and that. So it was pretty good. Pinto beans with dumplings. Bigfoot, if you got some kind of, I've never even heard of that. If you got some kind of a recipe I could look at? I love pinto beans. Not too thrilled with dumplings. I tend not to care much for biscuits because they're so dry, but I'd be willing to give it a try. Let's see. Since I've been here, I've gotten 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 new videos on my list. You guys have given me at least 2 months worth of videos to do here. Alice was to bake special noodles, dumplings, and breads. Solar oven cooking. Okay. I'll have to do some more. SOS? I have never made SOS, Lori. I've heard about it all my life, but I haven't made. Oh, and another thing I'm thinking about doing is redoing my tuna casserole mix recipe. That was a big hit on the last channel. I may have to do that again. Yeah, Prepper Tribe, I am going to be busy, but that's good because I quit making them because I've run out of things to do. I've run out of things I think anybody's interested in. And then I get hollered at because people tell me anything I cook, they want to see how I do it. So, yeah, tell me what SOS is all about. I mean, I made something I was told was SOS, but I didn't know that's what it was. Stuff on a shingle, Sean. I used hamburger meat and fried it up and made a gravy to go with it and put it over toast. And that's what I called SOS, but I don't know that that's true. I was told that you're supposed to use dried beef, like jerky or something like that, but I'm not sure. Oh, okay, it's ground pork. Okay. Defecate on a rooftop. Brett, you're on a roll today. You really are. So you use ground pork in yours. I've heard it was dried beef, but I haven't tried to do dry any kind of meat. Ground any meat. Okay, well, I can do it with hamburger meat. I know how to do that. Matter of fact, I do that not only on toast, sometimes I make it and serve it over rice just because I like rice. I use hamburger in a gravy over toasted bread. Okay. What kind of spices and veggies do you put in it? Do you use like onions and that kind of stuff? Or do you just sprinkle on some salt? Or I'm getting all kinds of good ideas. You know, I've not tried doing a live stream from my kitchen, but I may have. I was always told SOS was blank on a shingle, hamburger or sausage gravy on a sliced toasted bread. Okay, that's what I've heard too. I've been thinking about taking my laptop, which is what I use for a camera, and finding a way to set it up in the kitchen so you could see the stove and that kind of stuff, and then do some live cooking. I'm not sure how well that would go. I know a lot of people do. Karen Pullman does that a lot. Made sausage gravy for the first time. It was easy. Always thought it was hard to make. Onions, garlic, pepper, salt, brown gravy, cream with hamburger. Okay. Ellie, the only real problem I ever had with making gravy is keeping it from lumping. And I found out. How about a white gravy video? Okay. Okay, sorry. I found out that the secret for me in making cream gravy is get the fat hot and then turn the heat off and mix the flour in with the hot fat and just stir and stir and stir and stir and stir. And then as it turns brown, when it gets to the right brownness, then you start adding the liquid. So country gravy and sausage with white pepper gravy. I'm not sure if I can use the white pepper. I've not tried using white pepper. Lake Fairy, I don't know if you know or not, but I'm allergic to capsaicin, which is found in all vegetable peppers. I've not tried most seed peppers. I think white pepper is just the inside of the black peppercorns. If that's so, I can use it. Keep it slow and keep stirring. That's what I've heard, Lisa. That is exactly what I've heard. Now, see if I could take my laptop into the kitchen and get the camera on the stove, I could make gravy and things like that very easily. I just have everything right there that I need and add a bit at a time and keep cooking. That would be very easy to do. Just got to get my kitchen set up so that I can do that. Because right now, I've got so much out. I've been busy doing things. I need to reorganize my kitchen and get things put away again. And I finally decided that fermenting is not for me. I've got probably 6 or 7 half-gallon jars of things that I've tried to ferment that have turned to science experiments that I need to take out to my compost pile and dump. The only thing I'm really good at as far as fermenting goes is making fruit vinegars for cleaning. And I've got 8 or 9 quart jars of that on top of my refrigerator. So, trailer Mac? I'm sorry I missed that. Let's see. I'm vacuum sealing dry dog food at the moment. Oh, okay. Is that just so it'll last longer, CB? That's another thing I want to do is a video on my homemade dog food. I made up a new batch of that just recently, and it looked so good and smelled so good. I tasted it, and it was wonderful. I would have fed it to David and me if I thought he'd eaten it. But it's all the food that we normally eat. I mixed up some canned hamburger meat and rice and some cream gravy cream gravy that I'd made and a whole bunch of vegetables. Do the bird, well, yeah, they eat the same thing I feed the dog and the cat. They all eat what we do, but the birds don't eat all of that. They also eat nuts and seeds and some extruded food, so try and keep their feathers healthy. Sorry about that. Rose said Kate will be listening, helping grandson packing if he had. Give him a hug from us, and we'll pray angels on his bumpers as he heads back. Reaching out to you with the new email address so we can make our plans to meet. Wonderful, Rose. You have a wonderful, wonderful day. Vacuum sealing with extend the life an additional 6 to 12 months. That is true. I have a small, I think it's a 5-gallon or maybe a 6-gallon metal trash can with a tight-fitting lid. And I do keep some dried food for the dog and cat in that. Used to just be for the dog, but the cat's decided he really likes the dried dog food as well. So it's in there. I buy it by the 20-pound thing and dump it in. So, but they go through 20 pounds out of that thing in probably 3 months. So making bird food for feeders would be good. I do nuts and berries, but need seeds to collect, I guess. Corn dried, maybe how to make bird foods would be interesting. Okay, I'll do some research and we'll see what we can come up with on bird food. I know that I sometimes use my some of my dried vegetables to throw out in the yard for the wild birds. And last year I did some sunflowers, and I didn't do them for us to eat. I did them to make for the birds, and I just peeled all the sunflowers out. And over the next couple of months, I throw a scoop or so out every couple of days, and the birds were very happy. We had some very fat pigeons around here for a while. Let's see, CB had a 30-pound bag, got on sale, and don't want to be in the stores. Yeah. I'm getting lots of great ideas. You're right, Sean, I really am. Anything using real vanilla or saffron? Okay. I use a lot of real vanilla, but I don't include a bloopers episode. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe some bloopers at the end. I try not to have bloopers. When I do a video, especially if I'm doing one on a recipe, which David loves me to do because I have everything measured and set out in the order I'm going to use them. And I have all the utensils, the blender or mixer or whatever, all set out as well. At the introduction of the video, I show all the different things that are going to go in it and give the recipe, a third of a teaspoon of that or a quarter cup of that or whatever. And then I just put it together and watch and then bake it or put it on the stove and cook it. I have one thing of saffron, and I got it, believe it or not, at the food bank. Somebody had it and did not know what to do with it, and I got it, and I still haven't figured out what to do with it. I've had it about 6 months, and I still haven't figured out anything to do with it. Saffron is the stamens from a flower, and it turns what you're cooking a bright yellow, and it has a very specific flavor, Amy. You can get saffron from the supermarket with herbs and spices, but online might be the best option with the current state of trend. You're probably right, Carrie. I've never looked for saffron in the grocery store. I don't know if it is or not, but I know you can get all that kind of thing online with no problems. Well, folks, I've been going almost 2 hours, and I still have, what does it say? Amy, saffron is the stigma of the crocus flower. That's what it is. Yeah, it is very, very expensive. You're right. Our local grocery store sells a pre-packaged saffron rice that is quite good, and I buy that often, but that's about it. Well, anyway, guys, I'm going to go ahead and go. Before I do, if you have any prayer requests, I'd like to hear them. I'm going to stay on for about 10 minutes to get any prayer requests. That's why you don't use it. You're right, Amy. You're very welcome, Lake Ferry. I was really pleased that you joined us. Nice talking with you too, Sean. I'm glad. Well, I made it. I just made it then. Lovely to see you all. Yes, thumbs up. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm so thrilled you all came by today. If you do have prayer requests, please let me know. Thank you, Amy. It was lovely to see you too, and we love you guys very much. You all are very special to us, and I'm so glad you all made it by. Thank you, Barefoot. We're going to have a great, great afternoon. I've got all kinds of wonderful things planned for today, like cleaning my kitchen. Saffron and rice north. Yeah, I think that's true. Take care. Thank you, Nisi. Hoping to get the decision on your disability. Oh, yes, Lisa, we do need to add that to our list. Oh, wrong one. There it is. Okay, I've got you, Lisa. Prayer for CB's health. Brett, of course. Okay. Amen, Lake Ferry. Oh, CB, I'm sorry to hear that. That's no fun at all, but definitely we will be praying for you. Sean, stay well and safe. Thank you. Good, Amy. That's what I like. We can all add to our prayer list listening to each other's videos. Lori's blood work. Lori, didn't you have a family member that was having some problems as well? Yes. Prayer chain for CB, that's true. Everybody needs a war room to pray in secret. Mm-hmm. Nation. Leaders. Lori's mom. I thought I remembered you had someone that was working or suffering with some issues. Okay, folks, I think we're going to call an end to it here. Thank you so much for dropping by. We will see you again next Sunday, if not before. God bless. Take care. Bye.